When you come to school, you won't wear all your clothes to school. What most students do is they are wearing, when they get to school, they are wearing their ski pants. It's easier to have these on already than to try to put these on the bus. And you're just wearing whatever top you're going to wear under your ski jacket. You have about this much room. You don't even have as much room as I'm using right here, right? Because you have another person sitting next to you, and then maybe the window or the aisle of the bus, right? And all your stuff is right here between you and the seat in front of you. So you don't have a lot of room. Not every pair of ski pants, but a lot of them have this little cuff on the inside. Can everybody see that? It keeps snow from going up your leg if you fall, or from getting inside your ski boot. So this goes over your boot. It doesn't go inside your boot. The teachers will say, okay, it's time to start getting dressed, which first thing to put on are your boots. People have a hard time getting their foot in here sometimes, so what I would recommend is that you grab the back however you can, and you grab this tongue, and you just pull so that you've got a little more room to get your foot in. Keep a hold of those things, slide your foot in, and pull on the back. See how I'm pulling? Until my foot goes in. So I'm giving myself some room by pulling. It's a little harder to get on than a shoe, okay? If you need to, sometimes you can step or put your weight on your foot and then it'll slide right in. Now comes the tricky part. You see how everything is still inside my boot? I want to pull that up. I want to get that cuff, and I want to get it up so it's not going inside my boot. Make sure that the tongue is inside, and now we need to start buckling. Taking them out of your bag and they're unbuckled like this, and I'm starting with this one. People always want to be all the way on the tightest because that's where I want it when I'm skiing. And here's my little trick. Start with it in the middle, and now it's much easier. I'll go to the second one and I'll put it in the middle as well. Do both of them in the middle, tighten that one, and now go back to the first one. And move it all the way to the end where you want it, and now, much easier. What I even do sometimes is I do all four and I put them in the middle, and then I go back and move them so they're as tight as I want. And now, this is really loose, so I can come back and make that a little bit tighter, make that one a little tighter, same with these. So I have to sometimes do them, I don't just do them once and then I'm done. I have to do them 2 or even 3 times, okay? Now I've got it tight. Mine has this strap that goes around. Yours might not. That goes like that. And now this cuff goes over my leg, or over the boot rather, like that, right? Now no snow will get down my boot or up my leg, right? And then I'm good to go, okay? What should I be doing with my shoes I took off? In your bag, right? Put them right back where your ski boots were. So now in my bag I've got all these other things. I've got my coat, I've got my gloves, I've got my helmet and my goggles. Notice that my helmet and my goggles are together. Do this before. Practice your boots at home this weekend, doing what I just did, okay? Sit down the way I am, don't stand up, don't have mom or dad help you. See if you can do it while you're sitting down, doing it like that. Likewise with the helmet, notice that we're gonna have to wear masks with the helmet this year. Notice I could put the helmet on because I didn't have my gloves already on. If I put my gloves on first, it's hard to put, right? And the goggles are right here for when I need them. They're just right there. If they're flopping around like that, then I can't get them, right? And then I need somebody to help me. Then the next thing is what? Gloves or jacket. It gets a little hard to put everything else on once you're wearing your gloves. So the gloves should probably be last. So now I can put the coat on, right? Notice I'm still sitting down because you're gonna have to be sitting down to do this. Find that zipper. Sometimes it's a little hard to zip up. And now I've got the gloves. Some gloves have this little loop. This loop it goes over the arm like that so that when you take your gloves off, you don't lose them. And I can tighten this. Right? While that's still around my arm, let's go on my hand. Notice I'm grabbing the glove between my thumb and my forefinger, right there, and then I'm pulling on the glove as I also shove my hand into the glove where I want it to be, right? My gloves are meant to go over my jacket. Notice that? The cool thing is I can pull on this and I can tighten it so snow doesn't get up as easily. I really am using the hand that I'm putting in the glove to try to get it where it needs to go, and I'm pulling again on the glove, right? And then I want it just perfect so it's over my jacket so no snow will get in there, okay? Some people, I have what's called a neck gaiter. It's like a little sleeve that goes around their neck. Other people have a balaclava, and it's actually a hat you put on and that covers your whole face as well. People really like that because it keeps their face warm. You may not need that this year though, because we're gonna have the masks, right? You might find that if you wear everything that your mom or dad packed for you in your bag, you might be a little warm, right? So think about, well, do I really need that neck gaiter, right? And if you're not sure, you can always put it on later, put it inside a pocket, take it with you. And then after lunch, if you need it, you can put it on after lunch or on the chairlift, or ask your instructor, hey, can we stop a minute? I want to put my neck gaiter on because I'm getting a little cold, right? If I'm out skiing, I would zip this all the way up. Notice that most jackets have a little, on the zipper, they have this little thing, which makes it much easier even with my gloves on, I can zip up, right? Because I can grab that. It has space underneath the seats. That's where the skis and the poles will go, and the coolers with our lunches in it will go. And then when we get there, the driver will park the bus. Your job is to be still getting dressed and waiting for your teacher's signal, because when you get off the bus, you have to be fully dressed like I just was, right? And the teachers and the IAs and some parent volunteers will be there, and they'll unload the skis. They'll lay them out in a line, so when you get off fully dressed, your job is to find your skis and poles, and then just stand and then wait for teacher instructions. And we'll start walking from the parking lot across the road and up a hill to where you'll meet your instructors. It's not a big hill. The most challenging part of the day is walking up that hill to where you meet your instructors and the rest of your class. Yeah. My ski boot is not metal, but it's a super hard plastic that also does not bend, and we don't want our ankles to bend when we're skiing. So this makes it really good for skiing, but it makes it really awful for walking in. When you're walking, basically, it's just heel, toe, right? You just plunk, plunk, plunk. The thing to do is, this is nice and hard, and it won't hurt your foot. Kick into the snow. You'll hear me, I'll be there and go and kick, kick, kick. So actually swing your leg in and kick a little notch into the snow, and then you can just stop on that notch, right? And then you do it with the other leg. Kick, and then you're creating your own steps up.